Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Brian O'Brien here, and we're going to give you a nightly update. There's been an awful lot of news in our tri-state today. How you doing there, Tabitha and Rebecca, and just a plethora of human beings? All right, we got plenty of news for you. I've had a couple of nights not doing this, and we're going to get back to our regular schedule. Somewhere between 6 and 9 at night, we're going to try and do 6 and 8. Somewhere between 6 and 8, we'll try and keep this nightly thing going. This is a nightly update from 106.3 FM, live on Facebook. My name is Brian O'Brien, and this news is covering the following areas: Southeast Kentucky, Upper East Tennessee, and Southwest Virginia. And then, of course, if there's any major news, we're going to get to that as well. There's been several updates we want to bring you, and want to say a big hello to everyone who is online with us right now. Big Don Burnett, all the way down there in Maryville. He said there's a huge delay down there in Maryville. We're maxed out on our stream RAM, which means that there may be a little bit of voice to lip togetherness. It's not happening, so just be patient with me, okay? All right, here's your news stories for today, and we're glad to have you with us. Today, Wednesday, January 24th, a Pineville woman was arrested and charged with murder in connection with the death of her husband. Now, the young lady that we're currently talking about goes by the name of Sarah Farmer. This is Sarah Farmer, and her husband's name was Eddie Lee Farmer Jr. Trooper Rob Farley arrested her on a warrant from Kentucky State Police Detective Josh Howard. Now, the young man that we're talking about passed away in 2016. And I don't have a picture of him up here that I can find. Let me see if I can bring that up here on our desktop here so you can see exactly who this young man is. This is Eddie Lee Farmer Jr. And he passed away on September 12th of 2016. Now, the warrant states that Sarah Farmer caused the death of Eddie Farmer by shooting him. So she is a suspect. Additional information in a press release from Trooper Shane Jacobs states that Miss Farmer's husband, Eddie Farmer Jr., was located deceased inside a vehicle with a gunshot wound. Kentucky State Police served an arrest warrant on Miss Farmer today while she was incarcerated at the Leslie County Detention Center, and she has recently been transferred to the Bell County Detention Center. She is currently booked into the Bell County Detention Center, and she also had a failure to appear warrant. All right, back to our local news. There was an accident today in Middlesboro area, and that accident caused this to happen. It was a single vehicle accident in Middlesboro at Queensbury Heights and Doncaster Avenue. Responding to the scene was Middlesboro police officers Jeremiah Johnson, Joe Quillen, and Josh Harris. They found that this silver SUV had struck a tree, causing severe damage to the vehicle. Eyewitnesses told the officer that the occupants, 2 males and a 4-year-old juvenile, had fled the scene. Officer Johnson caught up with the trio at Mountain View Apartments, and the driver, Brian Patton, had a serious head wound and was flown out by LifeStar to UT Hospital for treatment of serious head trauma. Now, according to the citation, the other occupant of the vehicle who had initially fled a different direction with the juvenile than Patton was identified as 32-year-old James H. Fuston. Here's Mr. Fuston right here. He initially told Officer Johnson that he and the child were not in the accident, but eyewitness statements contradicted that claim. Fuston was found to have an outstanding warrant from 2016, and when he found this out, he told the officer he was injured, so he was taken to the Middlesboro ARH for examination. Once released, Fuston was lodged in the Bell County Detention Center, charged with criminal abuse, second degree, child under 12 years old, and hindering prosecution or apprehension, second degree, and of course he had that bench warrant. And as far as this picture goes right here of the damaged vehicle, I want to say a big thank you to Daniel Green Ramsey for that picture. All right. Also, we have news out of Knox County that involved this gentleman right here. He goes by the name of Greg Simpson. Now, you may remember that Greg led Middlesboro authorities on a chase on Monday. According to Knox County Sheriff Mike Smith, this wanted man, Greg Simpson, is now in custody. They were working from an anonymous tip on the whereabouts of Simpson in a Bell County pursuit. Knox County Deputy Claude Hudson apprehended 42-year-old Greg Simpson of Barberville. He had been the subject of the search since Monday afternoon when it was reported that he had stolen a generator from 84 Lumber in Middlesboro. Now, employees of the store called the police, and this is what they had on camera. This is Mr. Simpson as he is going into the store. He stole a generator, according to the employees. And I'm finding out right now. Let me break in here for just a second. We have an accident. Hang on just a second, folks. This is absolutely live right now. Let me get back to our main camera here in the studio. We have an accident, and it is in the in and around the Faith Temple area, 25E, past Faith Temple southbound lane. Now, I've got the scanner off while we do this broadcast, and I've only heard some sirens, but I thought they were for something else. Young lady by the name of Katie Taylor is on scene. She's telling us, letting her know that we are live right now. A lot of fire trucks and police on scene, and I'm going to assume, just because of that area, it is most likely going to be Bell County Sheriff's Department, maybe KSP. Good chance that there is also Middlesboro EMS on scene. Could very well, since I heard a siren leaving just a few minutes ago, could be the Bell County EMS. We will do our best to get there here very shortly after this news update, okay? So let me get back to that very quickly. So Simpson was the... he was the guy who stole these items, excuse me, stole these items from 84 Lumber, the item of a generator, excuse me. Now, Sergeant Wade Barnett of the Middlesboro Police Department met up with him as he was leaving the entranceway behind Hardee's. In the process, led him down 441, excuse me, led him down North 12th Street, then to 441, then onto the Beltline, then over 25E. Then onto Highway 188. From 188, there was a striking of Simpson's vehicle up against Sergeant Barnett's vehicle. So that turned into assault. Now, Kentucky State Police, Cumberland Gap National Park Rangers, they all joined chase. Officer Jeremiah Johnson was also on scene. This is Mr. Simpson being led into the Bell County Detention Center today. He asked me at the point where I took that picture, why are you taking my picture? Well, why did you ram a police officer's car? So anyway, there are 18 different charges against this man. Tuesday, Officer Jeremiah Johnson obtained a warrant for Simpson arrest for the initial charges and those incurred during the pursuit. Deputy Hudson, with assistance from Deputy Sam Mullins, caught Simpson in the York Hollow area of Artemis. He was transported and lodged in the Bell County Detention Center. Here are this gentleman's charges. It's a lengthy list. We have got theft of motor vehicle registration plate, leaving the scene of an accident, failure to render aid or assistance, assault third degree, police officer or probation officer, no registration plates, failure of owner to maintain insurance, criminal mischief first degree, operating on a suspended or revoked operator's license, theft by unlawful taking under $10,000, fleeing or evading police first degree motor vehicle, wanton endangerment first degree police officer, wanton endangerment first degree, speeding 26 miles an hour greater than the speed limit, reckless driving, disregarding a stop sign, no signal, no seat belts, failure to appear, and he also had a parole violation, and he is being held on a $200,000 combined bond there. Let's see. Laurel County Sheriff John Root, along with Laurel Sheriff's Detective Jason Back, Captain Chuck Johnson, Lieutenant Greg Pointer, and Deputy Brian Lawson, charged a 17-year-old male with drug trafficking and stolen property. This happened earlier this afternoon at 1 p.m. The charges were the result of an investigation conducted by the Laurel County Sheriff's Office after Sheriff John Root received numerous complaints of drug trafficking off of Kentucky 312, approximately 8 miles west of London. During that investigation, digital scales, glass pipes, plastic bags, U.S. currency, marijuana, and reported stolen handgun was found. The 17-year-old juvenile was charged with trafficking in marijuana first offense, possession of drug paraphernalia, and receiving stolen property. A firearm was detained, and the juvenile was also detained. The firearm meaning taken into custody, and he was taken to the Breathitt County Juvenile Detention Facility. And what else do we have here? We've got several other stories, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just give you one or two of the very quick ones. Crystal Ferraza sent us a picture of a trailer that she owned at 135 Wellington Street in Harrogate. The fire happened at 4:30 today. This happened at 4:30. This is in the Harrogate area. Let's see if I can pull that up right here. She does not know how the trailer caught on fire because there was no power on the trailer. The meter wasn't even hooked up. She had just moved the trailer. She said the majority of her belongings and her son's belongings were damaged. No one was injured, though. She said no one was injured in this accident. Oh, I say, don't even know if it's an accident or not, but there was no one injured. TNT Fire Department was on scene. The Harrogate Fire Department was also on scene. How it happened is still being investigated, and we're in the process of trying to find that out. Also, we'll wrap it up here so I can get to this accident scene. We have the Claiborne County Sheriff, David Ray. He is saying that there is an IRS scam going on right now. People are receiving calls from people claiming that they're agents of the IRS demanding money for taxes owed. They're attempting to obtain Social Security numbers and bank account information. Be advised, IRS, they don't call you. They send stuff by mail. Don't fall for the scam and never give out personal information to anyone over the phone. All right, that's going to do it for me tonight. Again, there's an accident on 25E. Looked like two vehicles. Traffic is currently backed up. I'll find out more information here in just a little bit from Bell County Dispatch. Get to that scene and see what we can find out for you, okay? You guys be very careful. I'm in the process of trying to find out where the accident exactly is. I'm being told it's around Faith Temple. I'll be back. If I can go live from there, I will. If it's anything extremely serious, I'll just get the information and relay it to you at a later time. All right, I'm Brian on 106.3 FM. You guys have a great night, and God bless.